Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, the last 18 months have been challenging for leaders everywhere. We're going to learn the Most Inspiring Leaders Award. That's next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they
watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight.
2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I know and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I would submit to you that this has been the most challenging time for leaders across the globe. There were no playbooks for the pandemic, and so everybody was kind of making it up as they went along. And then there's all these questions about mask or no mask, social distance or don't social distance, in the office or not in the office, vaccine or not vaccine. How do you sort out all of it? It's very dizzying. To talk about that today, Doreen Griffith. She is a office managing partner of Grant Thornton. Thanks for coming on the show.
So happy to be here.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you. This was a very prestigious award, and we're going to show it on the screen, the Dallas Business Journal's Most Inspiring Leaders Award. What was it like to get that?
Honoring, but super humbling. When you hear the word inspiring, it has a huge amount of responsibility to it. And so I was honored, but I was definitely humbled.
How would you describe your leadership style?
You know what? When people ask me about being a leader, I actually say, don't start with that. You actually start with being empathetic, being really approachable, but also thinking of the others first. If you're trying to give them experiences, if you're trying to give them opportunities, years later and realize, oh my goodness, I was a leader.
Well, and you're perfect for this role, and I know you have a very happy company. It's one of the thank God it's Monday companies, I call it. I was very impressed with the interview you gave to the Dallas Business Journal when you won this award. So let's go ahead and play that clip now.
Can you talk about taking over as a managing partner in the Dallas office during COVID and the special challenges that created?
Well, first, it was a huge honor to be named the managing partner of the Dallas office. But at that time, we were working 100% remote. So we had to really rethink, how did I get to know our team? How did I get to know our clients? But also, how did we continue to pull together as a Dallas office? So we had to think out of the box. I can tell you, I know video conferencing backwards and forwards, and really how to treat it as sitting across the desk and having coffee with someone.
Can you talk about how measuring human outcomes helped you specifically manage a large staff that's been working remotely the last 15 months?
Our Dallas office has about 450 people in it. But one of the things that we have done is we think broader than the Dallas marketplace. We pull our teams together and work virtually, and that was imperative during this COVID times. What does a human outcome mean? It's the human interactions, it's the experiences our people are given, but it is also the experiences our clients are given.
What'll be the biggest change about how you do business post-pandemic versus the way you were doing it, say, February 2020?
Our biggest change post-pandemic is actually going to be spending more time with our clients. There was a time period where our clients and our prospects weren't allowing service providers in. I'm so thankful that's changing, and we will be sitting around the table. But we also know, and our clients know, that we can do everything virtually as well. So it gives us flexibility to bring in those experts from around the firm at a moment's notice virtually.
I can certainly see why they named you one of the most inspiring leaders. I know something else you're particularly proud of is the strides that you've made on diversity and inclusion. Tell us more about that.
DE&I Diversity, equity, and inclusion is all around us in really raising the awareness level. Grant Thornton has jumped headfirst in it. First and foremost, we set goals for ourselves, and we actually published a DE&I report. Are we where we want to be? Not today, but if you have goals, you're going to achieve it. And in the Dallas office, how we're doing that is really embracing our business resource groups. They are a way to have a huge voice in the Dallas community. So what does that mean? A BRG is there to attract great talent, to retain that talent, and just as importantly, to advance that talent. And making certain our leaders hear from our diverse voices is super imperative to us.
Well, I know it's tough managing a team as large as yours. It's 400 people. I only have 20, and sometimes it's a lot. So when you have a group that large and then a pandemic happens and people are often working from home, what challenges does that present?
Well, I think the first thing I would say is that connection. It is so easy to sit around a table and learn about people's personal lives and also get great work done. But how do you create those connections when everyone's sitting at home in front of their computers? And we have some phenomenal teams that have come up with some great approaches. How do you do bingo? Doing it in a virtual environment. We've got teams that are getting together just to have some kind of fun time, whether they're playing games or learning about each other. That connection point in professional services is so important because our clients also see it too. They see that we really like each other, that we respect each other, and that we are enjoying working on their account. So that connection, challenge, but we've met it with opportunity.
Let's talk about clients because, before the pandemic, it was nothing to sit down face to face with the client, and now sometimes clients don't want to be face to face. So how do you meet the client where they are?
Well, our clients really are our North Star. They are, in professional services, how they want to work, where they want to work. That really, from a pandemic standpoint, we had to adjust. The very first thing, though, was we had to keep our own people safe. They're our team, they're our future. So keeping them safe while keeping the client safe, whether it's Teams meetings, whether it's getting together for quick, shorter meetings, or whether it's working in the field or working virtually, we're really meeting our clients where they are 6 months ago and also where they are today in being open for business.
Well, you were sharing with me before the show that you've moved around a lot, but North Texas is near and dear to your heart. Talk about why North Texas is so special.
So in my lifetime, my husband was U.S. Navy. He was a submarine officer. And then with Grant Thornton, I've moved. I've gotten to choose 2 places in more than 10 plus moves. I chose where to go to college, Louisiana Tech University, and I chose to move to Dallas, Texas. My husband and I are thrilled to be in this business community. It's vibrant, it has a huge variety, and it is fun to be a Texan today.
It really is special. You are amazing. We only have about a minute left, so any final thoughts that you would like to leave with the viewer about North Texas, your company, the award? Final thoughts.
Well, I would say the award was an individual award, but it really wasn't. It was based on a phenomenal Grant Thornton team. We are a U.S. partnership, but we have a global reach with Grant Thornton International. So I would say thank you to my fellow partners, principals, and managing directors, but most important, thank you for my team in Dallas.
Outstanding. We're going to end with your website. It's an easy one to remember, gt.com. That's a good domain name. Somebody was smart. I've had some complicated ones on this show, so thank you for that. Doreen, you've been an amazing guest. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Jeff.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.